Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, November 1992. Banker Annette Herfkens, her fiancé, and 29 other passengers board a small plane and head to the coastal town of Nha Trang for a vacation. But what is supposed to be a short, routine flight is about to turn into a nightmare.
When I saw the plane, I didn't want to enter it because it was awfully small. I am very claustrophobic, and I said, there's no way I enter in that plane. I'm not going to go in there. It looks old, but mostly small. And my fiancé said, well, don't worry, don't you have to. It's only 55 minutes, and do it for us, because I have this beautiful vacation planned, and I knew you were going to speak up about it, but please, please do it. And then we entered from the back of the plane. So we sat down, we were told to buckle our seatbelts, and they were going across. And then I was restrained enough as it is, and I did not buckle my seatbelt. And the flight took off. For the next 30 minutes, I just kept counting the minutes. And the 50th minutes, there was a gigantic drop. And people were screaming. And my fiancé looked at me and said, well, this I don't like. And then another drop. More people screaming. And he reached for my hand, and I reached for his. And then everything went black. I woke up to this eerie sounds of the jungle. The plane broke in 3 pieces. The wings, the fuselage, and the cockpit. Then I looked at my left, and there I saw my fiancé still strapped in his seat. He was dead.
In shock, grief-stricken, and with her legs and hips broken, Annette painfully pulls herself out of the wreckage, only to find that every passenger on board has perished, except her. It all seems impossible.
In this plane crash, Annette was the only survivor. Of 31 people, she's the only one that survived. Did it have to do with just the randomness of her being in the right seat, that hit the ground in just the right place, that had just the right structural integrity based on how they crashed, or could it be something else?
Miles from civilization, injured and alone, Annette finds herself in an unbearable predicament. But somehow, from somewhere deep inside her, she finds a way to survive.
I would just be quiet and listen to my instinct. I just listened to that voice and I acted on it. And it said, make a plan, divide it in achievable steps. And when you achieve one of those steps, congratulate yourself. That's exactly what I did. I realized that I was gonna need some water. So I looked at the wing of the plane. The insulation material was some kind of foam. So I figured that could work as a sponge. And then I made 7 little bowls. And I lined them up for it to rain. And then it rained, and it poured. And then I was very happy to see these little bowls filling up with water. Tasted like the best champagne, as you can imagine.
She was able to survive the plane crash, but maybe what was even more remarkable is that she was able to survive 8 days in the jungle with no prior jungle training or experience and no conditioning to be in the jungle.
On the afternoon, on the 8th day, out of nowhere, men came up the mountain and they showed me a passenger list. And I had to point out my name. And I just realized how amazing it was that they actually found me.
It may have been random chance, that allowed Annette to live through the horrific crash. But what was the so-called voice that gave her the guidance she needed to survive?
Is it some kind of deep-seated electro-biochemical force that's innate in the brain that suddenly gets activated? Or is it something that comes from outside? Is it faith from an outside power that brings that energy to the person who's in desperate need?
Whether or not you view yourself as strong and capable, you have the potential to tap into these things, to get in tune with these strengths, with these capabilities, whether you know it or not.
We all have that voice inside of us that we can listen to. And in extreme situations, it's always there to help you. Just listen to that voice. Be silent, it's there, it's there.